took off their clothes, waiting to be selected into the palace. The first girl had a bitter look on her face and bad teeth, so she was eliminated. The second girl had a decent figure, but her nose bridge was too high, so she was also eliminated. When it was Hurrem's turn, she loudly stopped others from touching her. Unexpectedly, she was held down by the maids and could only let others do as they pleased. After the inspection, the selected girls had to clean themselves thoroughly and put on the uniform clothing provided. Hurrem had long dreamed of becoming a noble. When she saw the king's concubines, each elegant and luxurious, she felt great admiration and was determined to become one of them. All the girls lined up in a row, waiting for the king's arrival. In order to catch the king's attention, Hurrem deliberately bowed to him. Her beautiful face and perfect figure immediately drew the king's notice. The king walked up to Hurrem. Seizing the opportunity, Hurrem fell into his arms, pretending to faint, and successfully held the king's attention. But this was far from enough. That night, Hurrem put on exquisite makeup and went to the king's dinner party. She planned to use her wonderful dancing skills to completely conquer the king. Hurrem danced gracefully in the center of the dance floor. Her dance steps were light, and her eyes were captivating, which fascinated the king. Soon, the king threw his handkerchief to Hurrem, ordering her to come to the royal palace that night to serve him in his bed. Hurrem successfully won the king's favor, but this aroused the jealousy of Mahidevran, one of the king's concubines. To stop Hurrem, Mahidevran took out a pile of gold and silver treasures, asking Hurrem to stay away from the king. Hurrem was not tempted by the money. What she wanted was to become the king's woman and completely change her humble origin, so she firmly refused Mahidevran. However, she underestimated a woman's jealousy. Mahidevran directly drove her out and went to the king's room in her place. Hurrem returned to her room in anger. Because she failed to serve the king in his bed, she was mocked by her fellow selected girls. She secretly swore that she would make herself powerful and trample all these women under her feet. Fortunately, she soon got an opportunity.